Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Kinetic Listener by me, so let's get into it. The day is warm and the air smells faintly of flowers as you make your way down your street. The familiar sound of people talking and shouting fills the space around you, their voices blending together. Your cane taps lightly against the cobblestones, guiding you along the path you know so well. And though you cannot see the world around you, the familiar sounds and scents are more than enough for you to navigate the space with ease. You've grown accustomed to the way people react when they see you, sometimes a mix of pity and awkwardness, as if they don't know how to approach someone who can't see. You've learned to ignore it and move past it. But today feels different. Today there's a certain restlessness in the air, a sense of anticipation that you cannot quite explain. And as you pause at one of the market stalls, running your fingers over the rough texture of the woven baskets on display, a voice breaks through the noise, low and warm. Are you looking for something specific, or just browsing? The voice startles you, but there is something about it that immediately puts you at ease. You tilt your head slightly forward toward the sound, offering a small smile. I'm just browsing. Your reply, your fingers tracing the intricate patterns of the baskets. These feel beautiful. You're not the owner of this place, are you? I have heard him before and he sounds a lot older. The man chuckled softly, the sound rich and comforting. That's right. He just called me over to stand in his place for a little bit. Don't worry about it. He'll be back soon. These baskets, though, they're made by one of the best basket weavers in the region, actually. So if you want to get one, it would be well worth your money. You nod, still smiling. Though your fingers pause for a moment, there is something in the way he speaks, an ease, a natural warmth that catches your attention. People usually don't strike up conversations with you like this, not without hesitation or awkwardness that lingers in the air. But this man sounds different. Are you a fan of weaving then? You ask, curious about the man who's so willing to engage with you without a second thought. Not exactly, but I've spent enough time around these stalls to learn a thing or two in my childhood. You laugh softly, feeling the gentle energy between the two of you. You must know a lot then. I suppose so, he replies, and you can hear him shifting closer. Though there is no pressure in his movement, just the feeling of his presence. I'm Kinich, by the way. The name sounds familiar, though you can't place why. Perhaps you've heard of him before. I'm sure you can guess that I'm not exactly new around here. I'm Mayan, you say with a small laugh. There is a brief pause, and then Kinich speaks again, his voice a little softer this time. Mayan, it's nice to meet you. You're not sure why, but there is something about the way he says your name that makes your heart skip a beat. It's not just the sound of it, it's the feeling behind it, like he's genuinely happy to be speaking with you. It's nice to meet you too. Do you know the owner of the market well? You seem to be pretty close to help him with a favor like this. Kenneth hums thoughtfully. You could say that, but I suppose not, really. I don't mind helping around, especially if it's just for a short time, and I was not busy today anyway. There's something about his answer that piques your curiosity, but you feel a little bit upset that it may only be today. So I won't see you again? You may. Who knows? He says. But there's a bit of a teasing glow to his voice, and you can't help but chuckle softly. Do you need help finding anything? I mean, I know you're comfortable on your own, but I could, if you want. I could show you around a bit. The offer surprises you, but not in the way it usually does. There's no trace of pity in his voice, no sense of obligation. It's genuine, like he simply wants to help you. And it's not because he feels bad for you or anything like that. And for some reason that warms you more than you expect. I wouldn't mind, but only if it's not too much trouble. Not at all, he replies quickly, almost eagerly. It would be my pleasure, he says and offers his arm. And after a brief moment of hesitation, you accept, feeling the solid warmth of him beside you as you both start walking through the market. As he guides you, he talks about the stalls, the merchants, the different crafts and foods being sold, and you can't help but be drawn by the sound of his voice. You know this place well, and the words that he says, and the info that he tells you is not totally new to you. Only a bit of it is, but you can't help but hang on to his every word. And as you walk, you find yourself laughing more than you expected, smiling at his stories and comments. There is a lightness to the way he speaks, a sincerity that makes you feel seen. And as for Kinich, as he walks beside you, he can't help but steal glances at you. There's something about the way you smile, the way you listen so intently that captivates him. He's never believed in love at first sight. It so seemed too simplistic, too easy and unrealistic. But now as he watches you laugh at something he says, he feels something shift within him. And as time passes and you stop at another stall, you turn toward him, a smile playing on your lips. You're surprisingly easy to talk to, you know. Kenneth smiles back, though you can't see it. You can feel it in his voice. I could say the same about you. And as the two of you stand there, sharing quiet words and easy laughter, Kenneth knows, without a doubt, that he is falling for you, and there's nothing he can do about it.